Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Sunday, boring Sunday. How's everybody doing? Everyone just relaxing, taking it easy, getting ready for the old work week to start. How's everybody? Oh man, black sales. Don't be taking my ID, man. It's Bitmains with two eyes. Oh man. So today we're going to be talking about a few things today. One thing is actually was the channel's birthday. I guess was yesterday. I didn't even realize that till I looked in my. I got a notification from YouTube about it. So it was yesterday, I think, and um, just thank you for everybody for all the support, man. When I started the channel, I didn't even do anything for a few years, but this is, I guess, when the channel started. Um, was this day in 2016, but I didn't do anything for a few years. I just made the channel. So was it 2016? I'll have to go back and look. It's been a few years, man. It's been crazy. I didn't do anything for the first few years. I didn't actually start making content and like recording and doing stuff until I think like 20 like 18 or so. I did a few like PC building videos that did not go well. Fairly badly produced and, and scripted. I was doing like budget PC builds and stuff. I was mostly into tech. I wasn't even crypto mining then. And then in late 2020, early 2021 is when I started doing the crypto mining content, and the Mining King kind of took off. So appreciate everybody's support, man. I'm almost total channel views is almost to 1 million. I have a collective view count of 920,000 views. So I thought that was pretty impressive in a couple of years. I've only been doing it for about 3.5 years, 4 years. So pretty cool. But let's go ahead. Let's see if I can't share my screen here. We're gonna go over a few things today. All right. I wanted to show this one first. Here's the price of our Bitcoin. Oh yeah, I know you guys don't like flashbangs, although I really do like. I like the white background. I like it to burn my retina. It helps wake me up in the day. Bitcoin's at 59,459. So we have seen a dip again. So people who are wanting to buy, this is probably a really great time for you guys. It is not a great time for us crypto miners here. Over the last week, though, it's been kind of sideways. It's to be expected, right? Of the current market situations, it's been up. It was up at like 162, and then we've seen it as low as this week as right here. What are we at? Like 56, and we're at 59 right now. So kind of going sideways a little bit. Now, as far as here, let me find the correct screen I want to go to. Here is the current profitability of Bitcoin miners in August 2024. It's not looking good if you are getting into Bitcoin mining with actual Bitcoin mining ASICs, right? As you see here, I have the rate at about 9 cents. It won't let me do 9.5 or any other variations. I have to put just an even number in there. It hates me. So at 9 cents, this is your profit and revenue. And you can see here that even this new S21 Pro that recently just came out, right, is only profiting $2.65 a day, and you have a revenue of $10.24 a day. So you're burning almost $8 a day in electric. So that's about over a 30-day period. That's about $240 you're burning in power, and you're only making $265. So I mean, you're making like maybe $70 a month off this investment that costs like $5,000. It is a really tough thing right now to be a Bitcoin miner. but you'll see that the most profitable Bitcoin miners are these new hydro units. You can see even these What's miners, they're doing okay, right? They're doing all right, but you can see that most of these are all hydro units here at the top. This is an air-cooled one. This is air, hydro, but you're starting to see more of these hydro units get closer to the top now. Bitcoin mining, I think if you're going to get into it, and you want to actually buy actual, you know, SHA-256, ASICs, I mean, you're probably going to need to be in the 6 cent range, I think, um, to even be able to really accommodate or entertain those ideas of being a Bitcoin miner. Um, and then you can see that some of these, like these What's miners, were actually below this S21 here, right, in profitability. But you could see that once you reduce the electrical rate, that these 390, 365 terahash machines actually start making more money as you get cheaper power, right? Because that's obviously your biggest overhead here. And you can see here that the top 4 Bitcoin ASICs are hydro units. You see predominantly the first 10 on this board are predominantly all hydro units. That there's only one, two, like 3 air ones in the top 10. Um, hey, travelers travels. We're talking Bitcoin mining here, okay? We're talking about stacking those Satoshis. Although, um, I will kind of get into a little bit about using other ASICs to stack Satoshis like altcoins. Um, but the picture's kind of getting painted on the wall here, I think. And I think Craig would agree with me. Crypto Craig, I don't know if he's in the chat or not, but that you could predominantly see these hydro units are becoming more and more prevalent here. Um, Look at this one, 473 terahash. That's pretty much a half of a petahash in one machine. That's almost 5 S19K 110s inside one machine. That is nuts. It's going to make, at current profitability, if it released today and you had one, you turned it on, you'd make $12 a day. But I mean, this unit here though is like what 10 or like it's at least, was it like 10 or 12,000 bucks? Like it's expensive. Like, and you're only making $12 a day, which is crazy to me. Um, so that's the current profitability on Bitcoin. Well, SHA-256, because obviously you can mine other things like Bitcoin Cash and stuff like that. And sometimes when Bitcoin is down, it can be more profitable to mine other things like what is that, like there's that Pure Coin, and then there's Bitcoin Cash. There's a few other coins. Oh, craziness, craziness. Uh, so I also, let's see here. Let's get into a bit. Go over some posts here. I'm trying to cover kind of like some of the upcoming things that some of these companies are doing. So Bitmain, um, they put this out August 9th. Is they're having their global hydro cooling data center tour. So to me, this is like even cementing more of of the industry going to hydro, right? That they built an entire they're classified as a data center, whatever, just for hydro units, right? It's obviously so it's over in Ethiopia, and it's August 29th, and people who attend get $100,000 coupon. Now, Bitmain's coupons are extremely misleading because you have to buy so many units to get that coupon. So you probably have to spend like $1 million in ASICs to get that. And that's kind of probably the people that they're trying to advertise to are big fish right now. So that's what they got going on. They're going to have this at the end of the month here on the 29th. So that's within Bitmain right now. And then What's Miner, they're kind of just going over some of their units that they have, which is their M60S Plus, which is 190 to 210 terahash, 17 joules a terahash, and then they obviously have their other hydro units here, their high density units, 318 to 390 to 450T. Now, the issue with the WhatsMiner is they're at 17 joules a terahash, right? Whereas I believe the Bitmain, um, that S21 Hydro that's going to be coming out here, um, this one right here, this S21 XP Hydro, I I think that's yeah, 12 watts a terahash. It's like, yeah, it's insanely way more efficient than anything else on the market right now. So you're talking another 5 joules a terahash. So it's really good. I'll be excited to see what, if WhatsMiner is going to come out with more, another model, or they're maybe going to do some more refinement in firmware to compete and maybe tune down and get better efficiencies. Because that's the name of the game with Bitcoin mining. It's all about energy efficiency with these. Um, and then Canon, they've been really pushing these little nanos. Their 1566 is supposed to launch at end of year, and I'll be excited to see how well that product does. Their new miner, their new air and immersion cooled units will be launching end of year, so I'm excited for that. And it looks like they've sold 10,000 of the Nano threes. Jesus, I can't believe they sold that many of those little things. But I mean, they are probably the nicest looking lottery ticket out of the BitAxes and Nerd Miners and all that stuff. It is packaged very nicely, um, and they are decently priced. So that's kind of what's going on with some of these manufacturers right now. Um, and then I wanted to go over my current. We're gonna do an S19K 110 and about, let's say, 2650. I think is the stock on those, and I want to see, um, at what price would I turn on these S19Ks if what does the price have to get to, assuming that the difficulty doesn't change, right? Assuming difficulty doesn't change, 10 cents I'm negative. My current rate is 9 cents, so I'm still negative. 8 cents. 8 cents, I'm almost breaking even. I'm at negative 30 cents a day. 7 cents, you're making 35 cents a day. And then that magical 6 cent number I said, at the current price, you're making about $1 off each machine, right? Now, if Bitcoin's price, let's say, let's push this up to 70,000, right? And let's do another recalculation here. If Bitcoin moved 10,000 more dollars, what does that equate to for me as a miner right now? If it just shot up 10,000 and I'm at 6 cents, you're only making $1.84. Well, what's it going to be when I go back to my 9 cent rate, right? I'm still negative 7 cents a day at my current rate. If Bitcoin went up 10,000 more dollars, right? What if it went up 5,000 more dollars to 75,000, right? I'm only making 33 cents a day at 75K. Okay, what happens when I go to 80K? 73 cents, right? And that's assuming that there's no difficulty increases, right? That there's none. Okay, what about, let's do 90K. At at 90,000 Bitcoin, it's $1.54, right? Okay. Okay, now, all right, let's just shoot for the moon. All right. What do I think Bitcoin's gonna go to in the peak of the bull run? I think it's gonna be somewhere in the realm of 100 and 150 to like 185K, I think at its very peak this bull run. But there's other factors that are hard to attribute to because there's Bitcoin ETFs, there's institutional money that's coming in, so it's really hard to factor the price because that stuff has never existed before. So it's really hard to add that into the calculation. But let's just say Bitcoin went to 150K, right? 150K, no difficulty changes for the S19K. What am I looking at around 9 cents? Okay, you're making about $6 a day. Okay, so I mean, if you bought an S19K for $1,300, I don't even what do they even sell for now? I don't. They should be selling for very much. I don't know. Let's see. What do we sell them for? I don't even know. Hashes. What do we sell these for? I don't even know. Dang, they're still going for a decent amount of money. Oh, it says out of stock though. Okay, let's just say you bought one of these then, I guess. We'll say 1,600 bucks to get to you. Okay. Hardware cost 1,600. Okay. You know, it's gonna take quite a bit of time to get that, right? And then you're not scaling the difficulty, right? So let's just enable this and set at 8. We'll change this from 8 to a 9. And how much does that affect my profitability here at 150,000 by changing this one number here? Okay, we just went from 639 to $5. Okay, now if you erase this number and put like a 1 0 and made it even jump to the next difficulty level, right? Okay, look how much that changes. Okay, if the difficulty increases by double, okay, by the time it hits 150,000, if Bitcoin's 150,000 and the difficulty doubles from today, right? If it's double, let's say Bitcoin goes to 150 and the network difficulty doubles, okay? This is what you're gonna make. It's very hard to do this. Now, okay, let's instead of 9 cents, let's go back to the magical 6 cent number that I think is where you need to be at. Um, okay, then you're making $2 a day. So it's still not amazing, but you are making about maybe 65, $70 a month profit for each S19K. But does it have a break even point? Um, or which does it have me put in the cost of the equipment? It doesn't say like hardware costs like when I would break even. Estimated reward, speculative. Oh, speculative here. Oh, is this? Oh, right, because this is what it's guessing that you're making. Okay, I see. Yeah, it doesn't tell you when you're going to break even on the equipment, even though I put that information in there. Interesting. But I mean, this just shows you how if the difficulty goes up by double, how important it is for power costs to be um, as a Bitcoin miner. Now let's do the same machine, but let's do a brains. What I do for brains on here. I think I tune these down pretty hard. And I'm just wondering, so right now it costs me if it's at let's go back, hold on. Let me go here. I want the true cost. This is what it's gonna cost me if I run the machine normally, right? At 9 cents, um, double the difficulty, Bitcoin's 150,000 at my rate, everything's stock, 9 cents. Okay. My cost to run is 572 a day per machine. All right. Now what if I change it to this? Okay. Now look, I'm at 9 cents still, right? So I'm at 9 cents. But with the brains tuning, this is kind of what I can drag it down to, okay? And if the before my profit was 22 cents, I essentially with this tuning, I just tripled the profit there by making the machine more efficient with brains or any other, you know, maybe you guys could get better using Luxor or Marathon or Vanish or any of those other firmwares. Um, oh, it doesn't. This isn't including fees. We need. I think it's what like 2%. I don't remember. There, it's a um, more accurate pool fee there. Now that we down tune the machine, difficulty still doubled. Bitcoin at 150,000, but we're more efficient now. What happens if we change that to the 6 cents? See, look, now it's only costing me $2.20 to run each machine, and I'm making $1.73. So now I am making less per month. So as obviously, depending upon the electrical price, obviously is going to depend on profitability, right? Like if we put this back to 9 cents, right? That number changes big time. So brains does help with machines that aren't as efficient. So I'm curious to see where the difficulty goes. Um, but I think the magic number, I think for Bitcoin hosting will have to be in the 6 cent range. I think it's curving to that way. Um, it's very tough out there. I'm at 9 cents right now with my current where I have these things hosted, and we're just gonna recalculate all this stuff here. Currently, right now, if I if I leave these stock, if I leave them at this configuration, I'm losing 13 cents a day. But okay, what if Bitcoin goes back up to 70, say 70, I think the number I found was 72,000. What am I making then? I'm making 50 cents a day, right? Whereas if I left them stock, I would be I would be zero, right? You know what I mean? I wouldn't make any money. So you can go here 26.50 for 110 and we're negative 3 cents still. So being stock versus using firmware can have a major impact whether you're making money or not making money. So as Bitcoin starts going up in price, I think the magic number for me, um, for for my situation, I think I'm probably gonna have to wait till it's probably around like I want to say like 82,000. And see once again that's going to be dependent. That's about $1 a machine, and that's assuming that there's not a difficulty adjustment. Which if Bitcoin goes up in price, that difficulty is going to follow. Um, but just that the difficulty is always behind the price. It's just going to depend on how far behind it is. Um, um, Yeah, it's tough out there. Now, what most people are doing right now is they're not, if they want Bitcoin, is they're using obviously altcoin miners to and using like nice hash or trading it with like trade ogre or like swapping it like simple swap and stuff like that. So interesting enough is I found a little old ASIC here that is still making a decent amount of money. I mean, I'll just look for the. Let me go back over here. Let's change this rate back to 9 cents, and we're going to go back to the old Z15. At 9 cents, it's making $3.33. Yeah, let's go to like the average household, here in America, which is like 15 cents. The Z15 is still making a buck a day. If you're at 10 cents, it's even better. You're at about $2 a day if you can get it for 10 cents. But you can use this on NiceHash and convert this to Bitcoin. Myself, I'm going to be mining Horizen because Horizen has a very good chart, and I think it will have good price appreciation. Yes, you can also, like Travel Chat says, buy a BTC. That's another good pool. They do convert. I don't know if they do Equihash though. I would have to go look. Two Miners is also another pool that does some conversion for Bitcoin as well. That's another good two more good pools that you can mine too. Um, Now, interesting enough though is Horizen does have nodes. So and you mine about almost 1 Zen a day, which is pretty good. And the reason that I'm really interested in these is here. We'll do this. Let's do what is it? Equa. Here we go. Okay. So somebody asked me, was it who asked me earlier in chat about the Z15 or Z9 or was it A9? Oh, A9. A9 Z Master, you're negative 7 cents at 10 cents. You don't make a lot. It's only if it's this one. Is this your miner that you were talking about? This little guy? Whoever asked me earlier? I think that's the right model. Where was it? Z9 Master. Yeah, this is the Z9 Master. So it's very small. It's only doing like 50 kilohashes. Um, so yeah, not very good. Um, so, but you can see here though that there's a lot of miners in 2018 and 2019, right? And then after 2020, they only produced 3 ASICs. This is a very, very small market here, right? And there's only 2 profitable ASICs anymore, right? Silicon quit making them after 2019. So they're not making any more of these Equihash ASICs. So the only people making them currently is Bitmain. So they only have to compete with themselves, right? So I think this is a pretty good play. You could find these for about $1,000 on eBay, and they generate $2 a day after power. Now, you can make nodes with this and make more passive revenue. I think the Forager nodes is a 6.2% APR, so it's not super high, but it is, if you can make the node yourself, then it's super easy, and you can just set that up at home, and you can just earn staking rewards, right? Really, really cool. So you can stake Zen with a node, of course, and it does need to have it has like node requirements too, like a certain amount of CPU, RAM, and all that other stuff. But that's how I think people at home, if they want to get into, if they want Bitcoin is their goal, and they don't really care about Caspa or Lithium or any of these other shit coins, the Ethereum Classic and all that stuff. I think that your best bet is to get an altcoin miner and then do a conversion to Bitcoin, because unless you have dirt cheap power, sub 6 cents, then it doesn't make any financial sense to buy a Bitcoin ASIC. It's really hard to do that, to be profitable mining Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's starting to get into that realm of institutional money is where it's going, where you need a very large farm at scale to even have it remotely make sense. Look, the price even went down a little bit more since we started. It was like 400 something. Now it's 399. It's went down a little bit since we started streaming. There is one thing I am going to share. This is something I'm working on right now. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Here is some new mining KiiNG gear that somebody else that works in a company, he made these for me. It's not Hawk. It's our other guy that does marketing stuff. His name's Seth. Did some really cool stuff here. You can see here. You can see. Check out the hat and all that. I like this camo hat here. It's super cool, right? And then there's a shirt, and then there's this trucker hat. So I thought that was just really cool. You know what I mean? Oh, there's a picture of beer. Too funny. Too funny. But yeah, this is some new stuff that might come out. I need to have him correct this though, because there's only one I in here. I don't yeah. I think he's using like a spell check or something, but yeah. I need to have him put 2 I's in there. Oh yeah, Black Cells caught it. Mining KiiNG beer. No, I don't think so. I'm not gonna get into beer manufacturing. Oh, that would be cool. But no, I don't think I'm gonna get into that anytime soon. So that's kind of the news for today, for Bitcoin mining. If you guys got any questions for me, I'm gonna get this last 20 minutes here because I usually keep these streams like about an hour. If you guys got questions, now's kind of the Q&A section of the stream here. Let me get some music going on here too. Hold on. I'll get some music because I know it's getting all quiet due to me not talking as much. Yeah, there you go, Michael. He says, y'all think messing with the SEC, the SEC is hard. try the FDA. Yeah, what people consume. Exactly. Yeah. No thanks. Definitely don't want to be in that industry. I'm good. I have one dead Bano. What the heck is a Bano? Travelers Travels. Temp sensor died. Going to open it up tomorrow. Dom G. So he asked, did you plan to do a video on how to use Flux Proof for use for Vast AI, but I'm selling with you trying to get the other, but Linux is like Chinese for me. I would recommend watching some Linux videos and learning the basics of Linux. Because a lot of things we do as far as like in the mining space for nodes and all this other thing it's all Linux. And so I think if you're going to be a miner, you should learn it, even at a slow pace. I do have a vast AI video, Dom G. But the vast video is kind of old, and I have a step-by-step guide for the Mining KiiNG YouTube members, which I'm in StreamYard, so I can't tell who's a member, who's not, which kind of sucks. It doesn't say who is and who isn't. I thought Dom G, I thought you were a member. I might be wrong. Could be wrong about that. But yeah, my members, they get access to my step-by-step Linux guide that goes through all the commands and how to set your Vast AI up in a Google Doc. And I give that to my YouTube members. It's kind of like my thing to give back to people, to the members. Let's see. I could see all my members here. Okay. I think Dom G, you've been a member for a while, haven't you? Or you were at some point. I think he was. Well, he's not anymore. I know some basic commands, Mind King. I'll take a look at the Vast one. I was a member in the past. I've seen a lot of membership lately. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Nick. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. What's the best Linux operating system for mining on FluxCore? I gotta go revisit the FluxCore documentation, but I thought they were on Ubuntu 22.04. But I might be wrong about that. I think that's what you gotta use. That is the most compatible for those guys. Yeah, actually, I'm supposed to be getting a power strip today that is able to meter and stuff like that. So I'm supposed to be able to like Bluetooth into this thing, and this way I can like monitor all the power and stuff like that. And I was going to use that for my comparison video here coming soon. So yeah. If it comes today, I'll restart a salad rig because I already have salad going, and then I'll probably make a Bass machine and maybe a FluxCore one and get those going. Chlor, I've never done a Chlor machine yet, so that one might take me a couple days because I've never made one before, so I don't know the process of doing that. I don't know if it's Bluetooth or not. I know there's some way to monitor the power. Let me, and it's 120 volt because I'm using 120. I'm not using 240. I don't have any 240 here at the new place because I rent this place. So I actually had to give up my 240 volt, which is in my house in Arizona. Let me see here if I can. Let's see here. Let's go to. I ordered it on Amazon. Here we go. Okay, here, let me share my screen here with you guys, and I'll show you. This Aragon Strider recommended this to me. It says it's made by TP-Link, and it's the Casa Smart Wi-Fi Power Strip. It's essentially just 6 smart outlets inside of a surge protector, but they're all individualized. So I just thought that was really, really cool. So it's not that expensive either. It's only $40. So, I mean, if you're running stuff on 120, then it'll make sense to use this, right? So. Nismo miner user stuff. Unfortunately, man, I gotta cook for the kids, man. Gotta cook for the kids, yo. Gotta use my stove, man. Let's see here what the electrical rating is for. It's a 15 input, and the maximum is output is 15 amps, 1,875 watt max load. But I mean, that's pretty much the size of the breaker. Most breakers are 15 amps. There are some 20 amp 120s out there, so obviously you gotta watch that. But yeah, that's what I picked up. So I think it should be here today. So obviously I don't want to start making my AI content before that starts because I need to measure power. You know what I mean? So. Oh man, look at dude. Retro Mike, dude. This guy he is literally the brains of. He's like the smartest guy here in our space. He's like, I wrote a custom app for the cast of smart plugs. It allows you to see the power usage in Windows as an always on top window. If you want the code, just let me know. I created it because I had plans to do overclocking streams for my FPGAs. Frogman, is there any money equipment you don't have? No, man. I think a lot of us miners out here buy stuff and do things as a hobby. You know what I mean? And it's just something that we like to do. And he's only ever had one of them fail too. That's a pretty low failure rate right there, Retro Mike. Pretty low. I think a lot of it's just like technology, and that's kind of where I think a lot of us not. I know some people get into it to make money and stuff, but I think it all stems from doing something we like to do, which is tinkering with like stuff like this, and then on top of that of tinkering with stuff, we're able to actually produce like an income or something like that from that, like a return on that. So it's not just like us just always buying equipment and it's just a sunk cost. So it's kind of cool that a hobby can also produce revenue. So Casa has 2 lines. Oh, what? Oh man, does this one monitor energy? Because I told Aragon I needed it to measure, right? Because I was just gonna build more of those watt meters. Does this one measure energy? And you put it back on the screen. How do you? I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. 6 individual smart plugs. Surge protection. It says energy monitoring. It says it has this picture right here, which is why I assumed it did the energy usage. But maybe I'm wrong. It says energy monitoring right here. I think it monitors it, right? It says it right here. Yeah, I think I'm good to go. I think it should be here today. I mean, I just stopped sharing my screen. I'm gonna go see if it actually delivered. I thought it was supposed to come today. Yes, it says delivered, which means it's probably just sitting outside my door right now. So nice, cool. That's it. That's all the questions we got for today, guys. Come on now. Oh, Retro Mike, you're in here. Hey, did you see my DMs about the Zen, the other part of Zen stuff? Break, break from crypto. About super nodes and the forager nodes. You can stake as much as you want. The more you stake, it says the higher chance you have of like forging a block or whatever. I don't know if you've looked at the forager stuff yet for Zen. Yeah, have a good one, Nick. Thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Waiting for Retro Mike. Oh man. Retro Mike, forge nodes are basically validator nodes. I glanced last night. Looks like the minimum is 10 Zen to produce blocks. More the better. Well, because of EON or whatever. I don't even get all of it, but it's some kind of, I think it's cross. It's cross that over to Ethereum. Right? Oh boy. Forge nodes. Let me bring it up on screen here. So I think this is going to let them. It's crosses over for the into Ethereum, and I don't get it. I don't under this part of blockchain. I struggle to even understand. So yeah, the old nodes, right? They're making all those old nodes, Mike. March of this year, they made them all change to these forager nodes. Okay. And then this shows what is the Horizen main chain and the Horizen EON side chain, right? So this is the Zen main chain, and then this is the EON EVM compatible chain over here, right? And then there's a cross chain protocol. I'm assuming for this right here is why these nodes are being used, right? And then Nas City. What do you think about Pirate Chain? I mean, honestly, out of the Equihash projects that you can mine with on the Z15, this Zen seems to interest me the most. So, I'm just confused as like, do I have to stake Ethereum or do I stake Zen? I stake Zen, right? Like, I'm so confused on like how to get this node going. This is their guide is not very. It is super complicated. Like their guide for this is not easy by my standards. But here are, here is like the requirements. Minimum 4, 8 recommended. better frequencies, 32 gigs of RAM, half a terabyte of storage, and 250 megabit bandwidth. It doesn't say up or down, so I don't know if that. I'm assuming that's symmetrical. Could be wrong. But then when you click here for Forger node setup, see, because then you're getting into like this is just so. There's so much to this. This is not an easy node, in my opinion, to start on. Because you got to do stuff on the Ethereum side too, right? Is super involved. Yeah, it's they are more involved in this than the standard master nodes or service nodes. Yeah. Yeah. See, I seen the MetaMask part, Retro Mike. I seen that, and that's what confused me. So I'm just. Yeah, Retro Mike, if you're ever bored one weekend and you want to set one of these up, you just let me know. I'm just afraid if I try to like do this that I'm just gonna lose my Zen and I'm gonna send it someplace that I shouldn't. That's the only thing I'm really worried about. But this is not an easy node to construct at all. This is super complicated, and I don't even know. I don't think any of these. I don't think I've even seen. These are still active though, as well. Retro Mike, the super nodes are still active, right? So, but yeah, I haven't found anywhere where there's like you know, Forger node hosting. These are all just cloud providers and stuff. Node Forge. Oh, Supernode. Oh, that's only the Supernode one. Okay, that sucks. See, I haven't been able to find one that does the Zen nodes. Yeah, so yeah, it's I would love to set one up, but it's very involved, and I mean I might try, but I am definitely I'm definitely probably going to get lost. I found this page though too, which is crazy. This is like a profit calculator for it. So you got the 6.2 APR. So if you stake, I don't know, 1,000 Zen, so it's $7,000. Like let's do, I don't know, 500 Zen. Like $4,000. Yeah, you only make 6% on the $4,000. But look at these guys though. Look, this is where mining stuff and doing nodes makes tons of money. So look at this guy, top earner. He staked 368,649 Zen. So let's do 368, and then we're gonna do 649,000. Okay. He's making $178,000 a year staking his Zen. You can live off that the rest of your life. That is just crazy to me. Oh, look at that. That's $2.8 million of Zen. Oh my God. That's crazy. That is just nuts. That maybe ledgers know. Oh, if you go to the whale analysis up here, it shows you who holds the most. Binance holds 2.75 million Zen. Ridiculous, right? Here's another exchange. Then they have, obviously, this is all internal secrecy, I'm assuming. So you can see side chains, main chains. The biggest holder, though, is Binance with Zen. That's just crazy to me, though. Like, what if you had 10,000 Zen? What would that get you a month? It's $80,000. You would make a year. You'd make $5,000. Okay. What if you did 100,000 Zen? That's $750,000. You're making $50,000 a year. Just got done mowing. Oh, what's up, Automatic Beats? Just crazy. Yeah, I found this. I don't know if this is a site you could use, but they have docs over here as well. Node guide. Oh, okay, it's in Chinese. One. Okay, it's all in Chinese. Why is it in Chinese now? What happened? Why did it? Horizen Introduction to Node Guide to Secure Nodes, Super Nodes. Oh, but that's not a guide for the Forger node. This add Horizen EON to MetaMask. I've seen this part. Yeah. I know, but just imagine if you mined Zen early on, though. Oh, and by the way, they are going to have there is a halving coming up soon. Zen will have a halving. And December 11th, right now their block reward is 12 and what are we at right now? We are at 6.25 Zen, and right now it's going to be cut down to 3.125 Zen. The Z15 Pro is actually really, really good. So here's the Z15 Pro. Zen, you're going to get only 1.5 Zen a day. At 10 cents, you make about $5 a day. 25.60, so probably more like 26.50. Do we sell that? I'm sure we do, right? Equihash. Is it thinking? It's thinking. He has the old picture of the Z15, so I'm in the new one. 35.50. $5 a day. I mean, $5 into 3,500. Let's get a calculator here. That's a pretty slow payback. So we'll just say $3,600 divided by $5. It's about 2 years. It's about 720 days. So it's pretty slow. But if you held all that Horizen, right, and it does a 20x to its previous all-time high, that's really $100 a day times that would only take you like 36 days to pay that off. Technically, you'd pay it back in a month. I don't know. The Equihash ASICs have me really intrigued because there's not much competition there, right? And they haven't really manufactured many of these ASICs. Like, I feel it's just like under the radar, kind of. You know what I mean? It's not really watched and nobody really talks about it. But it's still profitable, still making money. So I don't know. It's kind of my take. Okay, Retro Mike has but anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me. It's the same with Bakel, zero competition since 2017. My 2018 units are still the best of these coins. What the heck is a Baykels? What the hell? What are you talking about, Retro Mike? You make me dive down on the route. Baykels? I don't even know what the hell. I don't even know what the heck that is. What is that? What do they mine, and what is it? This thing? Is that what he said? The Bakel BKG? Yeah, this is it. And it's a dash miner. They support 7 different algorithms. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Are you talking about this, the BKD 280? It says multi-algorithm miner. Interesting. Go to ASIC miner value. Here we go. You have this. Mine's Core Qubit, Murad, NIST, Skeen, X11 Ghost, X11. Okay. But I mean, at this rate, though, Retro Mike, it's negative, though. But I mean, I know, but Retro Mike's power's like this, though. He's like, oh, it's still negative. Still negative, Retro Mike. Interesting. Super interesting. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out this Sunday. Let me know, Retro Mike, if you end up deciding to make one of those. And maybe you could maybe we can work on a cut down guide. Or is this something that we could Dockerize maybe? Or I don't know. Hey, Golden Wolf, I am just now closing. You're gonna have to hit the replay button, buddy. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and I will see you next Sunday. And hopefully we can keep stacking these Satoshis because it's getting rough out there. All right, you guys, have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me.